Hi, everybody. Oh, welcome to the 6 o'clock news. Just kidding. It's not the 6 o'clock news. This is the Lisa D Show live stream where we connect Evanston Creatives and Evanston Made artists with the public. And I'm extra pumped today because Maya is joining this feed. And Maya is a former coworker of mine, and for those of you who know, who've ever had a JOB with the Lisa D, it's a lot to work with me. Maya and I used to produce a show together, a weekday news show together, and Maya, you might not know this, but we're gonna be on together. So for today's show, first, let's, start one thing at a time. We've got several guests. Like yesterday, we got excited, and we're gonna multiply the amount of humans we talk to every day. It's not just gonna be one. You're not just gonna have to look at me and one other guest. We're gonna do several guests. So we're gonna start with Joanna Kramer today. She's at WARE Ceramic Studio down the street on Wesley in West Evanston. That's right, our neighborhood has a name. And we're gonna do a virtual tour of her studio. We've never done this before. It's going to be crazy exciting. And then after we talk to Joanna, we're going to talk to Shannon Cahill, who is an art consultant. She runs an organization called Art and Object, and she works with several people to place Evanston and regional art inside homes as a consultant, as a art buyer, as just really a tastemaker. And she's been running Art and Object for several years now. So we're going to jump on a conversation with her at the end of the show to talk about what's on her wall. I am so excited. And yes, Joanna Kramer, this is the most exciting thing all week. And we've made it a week. Tiago and Liz Kramer, we've been doing this for 5 shows now. This is our 5th show. Hold on, let me take a quick sip because that's a lot of information. And 5 shows without makeup, 5 shows without a production crew, 5 shows without, any swoosh graphics. 5 shows connecting you with Evanston Creatives. So first, we're just going to talk about this art behind me, which I feel is incredibly poignant right now during this time where probably a lot of you are bringing things to life that have been on the back burner and or you've thought of for the first time because you suddenly have so much time in your life. This is by Ben Blunt, letterpress artist down the street from me, one of my yes and amazing artists who is always willing, like Joanna, to go above and beyond and take the Evanston arts community to the next level. So I just want to read you this quote from Ben on this poster that says, "I think you've thought long enough. Think less and do more." So it's a little bit of a play on the Mies van der Rohe, less is more, but definitely on the stop thinking so much and so hard about what it is that you want to do, should do, could do, can do, and just do it. And I feel like at the Friday of our first week making this Lisa D live stream that this is a perfect print to have. It is so meta, right? It's so meta. It's a perfect print because this was a conversation I had with Tiago last Thursday. This was an interview I did with Beto last Wednesday. This was I've never tried live stream ever. I don't typically do video, and here we are a week into an awesome show, and we have another awesome lineup of people next week. So that's my intro to the Lisa D Show live stream, and I'm going to ask Joanna Kramer to wave to me one more time, and then I'm going to jump into her art studio. So let's hope that the internet, hi Jacqueline, works, and we get to see her studio. She declined. She said no. It's probably because the invitation might have timed out. So I'm going to go live with Joanna Kramer one more time. Sorry that it took me so long to invite you, Joanna. I was talking about Ben. Hi!
Hi! Best part of Rona.
Best part of Rona is Joanna in your cup. Oh, wait, let me take a quick sip.
I'll take
Cheers,
a sip
sister.
too.
from the grocery
Cheers.
store, bitches. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. I am
Oh my gosh, thank
so
you.
grateful. So what I want to do without being too invasive, I want to see what you're up to because you've been posting a lot of Tech Win. Yes, Tech Win. You've been posting a lot of pictures of what you're up to.
Yes.
And I feel like,
Yes.
are you abnormally busy right now or are you normal?
Well, I'm not teaching, so every time I'm in the studio, it's just time for me to make stuff. And I'm not here as often as I'd like to. And so when I am here, I feel the pressure to get a lot of work done. There's not a lot of hula hooping and stretching like the olden days. So yeah, I have been working a lot, and I will show you some of the work that I have that will incorporate beautifully into a quarantine lifestyle.
A quarantine lifestyle. And wait, before you show us, your studio faces the street so that people can see all the things, right? Doesn't it all bug you when people sort of gawk at you or watch you work?
No, I love it.
Okay.
I love it. And I'm here every Saturday and Sunday. And I actually have had a lot of visitors. They don't come into the studio, but they wave to me from outside, and I'll sometimes step outside my door and stay 6 to 8 feet away and reconnect quarantine style. Yeah, so if you're around on the weekends or if you see something in the window that you like, you can reach out to me, and I'm happy to figure out a way to get it to you.
Okay, and you're on Wesley, south of Greenleaf.
South of Greenleaf, yep, in the blue building.
Blue building next to the Backlot Coffee Roasters. Are they there a lot? Yes,
they roast right next door to me.
Okay.
We love it. Isaac next door. So yeah.
Yeah, he saw me spying and making a little promo video this morning. And I know he was like, what is she doing now that Lisa D is everywhere? Hi, Melissa. Very glad you're here. Okay, this is like the most, first of all, Joanna, can I tell you that you're always like, whenever I'm not famous, every time I interview you for anything.
Yay!
This is the most viewers we've ever had. So thank you. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Melissa. Yeah, let's see.
Thanks, friend.
What you're up to. Show us, show us.
Okay, so let's see. What's the best way for me to do this? Like this? Is this okay?
Like that. We can hear your voice. Cool.
Okay, so these are my latest cups. These are some dimpled tumblers. So they have like little places to put your fingers, spring colors inside. So we know that's good to keep hydrated during the day. And then, of course, my best-selling shelf here are
the F word.
So, right? But you know. So we have large ones in stock here for coffee. And then we have your smaller ones. So we have big fuckers and little fuckers. And I gotta say, every few months, I think I don't really need to be making these anymore. I think the time has passed. And then something else happens in the world. And I'm contacted by all these people and they need one of these cups. So basically, these are what's keeping me in business these days. Of course, not everybody can have an F cup or mug around. I respect that. So I was recently, shout out to Sarah Zamatis. She asked if I would make some love.
Oh, so, that's positive.
So, which is also apropos for the time. So right underneath the F cup. And then I know at this time we're all eating. So for your ice cream and cereal dinners, I have bowls for you.
Nice. Why the feathers? But there seems to be like a feather. I know you did like, I've got a beautiful bowl of bird's nest with design from you. Why did you move into feathers? Something about spring?
I think so. Yeah. I'm always changing it up. I just like them. I like the simplicity of them. So they're just feathers.
Oh, these are pretty.
Everything is microwave and dishwashable. And then over here, let me bring you over here. I've also set up for our talk today my charcuterie plate here and the cocktail plate.
Oh, nice. So you can just do little shots. You don't have to drink like the mug full of tequila. You do the small sake size. That's
we do
responsible.
small. We do small.
Yeah.
You know, a couple. I like my tequila straight from the freezer with the little lime.
Huh.
Delicious.
And you just pour it in there like shot. Is that a big enough for one shot?
Yeah, this is probably a shot and a half.
Nice.
But I like to keep it really cold, so I don't pour a lot all at one time.
Okay.
But that's me. Everybody's welcome to do. Yeah. So, but these plates are new.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah, and I have them in different sizes. Cheese plates for, you know, I feel like cocktail hour is back.
It is.
Big time. And so I just wanted to, you know, make it a little fancy for all of us. So,
I really appreciate that.
So this is so you've basically seen my most current quarantine line.
Yeah. Your quarantine line. And are you basically telling people you can still purchase my stuff on joannakramer.com? How do people get your stuff? That's what Evanston Made wants to know. How do we get the stuff?
Yeah. So I don't have this work posted yet, but I am in the process of getting it all online. But in the meantime, if there's things that I post that you're interested in, just reach out to me and we will arrange payment, and I will either drop it off with you or you can come pick it up in a very safe, masked kind of way.
Masked, right. Mass shopping.
Yeah.
What about, are you mailing fuck mugs to people in Boston? That's what the fans want to know.
I know, not as of today, but I would say within a week, once I have my online store shop set up, I will be mailing them all over the world.
Right, because this is a global phenomenon, the Lisa D Show. We have fans in Barcelona who are sleeping. I got an big El Paso contingency because Beto O'Rourke fans are in love with him and they watch this show. And I just kind of feel like right now, Joanna, the planet could use a fuck mug.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to end. So, as you know, that's my business.
Why did you make the fuck mug in the first place?
Oh, okay. I initially made it in response to the current president. I use that word loosely.
Loosely, right.
It was really the only thing I could think of at the moment. And I thought I would just do a one-off, and they have, there's always a reason. So, and it just seems politically, so in a macro way, there's always a reason to say this, it seems, and especially now again. And then I also sell a lot of them for people who are just going through a hard transition or something's going on in their lives, and it's a perfect gift or it's a perfect support for somebody, health issues, divorce, you know, whatever. So.
All right, so show me the big one, the big fucker. I want to see that mug again because we got a bunch of people who jumped on board, and I think that, yeah, literally. So it's the Scrabble words, and she's got big fuckers and little fuckers. I have a collection of
and little ones, little fuckers. So this is for your tequila or your espresso, and then this is for. This is great when you're doing your Zoom meetings.
Yeah, just really start drinking out of that. Or if there's a neighbor who you're trying not to hump, you could give them like a secret fuck mug, right? And then they know. Yeah. You know, originally when I said I was going to do these videos, I was like, yeah, they're totally safe for kids. They're not. They're not safe for kids.
No, this one is not.
It's okay.
Sorry.
And how are you getting are you army crawling to the studio? Are you running to it right now? Like, what does the studio mean for you?
I'm running to the studio. I can't wait. It's the only day that I actually jump up out of bed and get kind of dressed. Yeah. And then I'm here all day, usually Saturday, Sunday, and usually half days on Monday. But yeah. So it's the only place in my life right now where it feels a little bit familiar and normal to me, because that's how I usually am here. I'm usually here by myself or with my studio mate, Julia Finlayson. And yeah, so this is I can't wait to come here. It's really the only place that I feel kind of sane regarding this time. Yeah.
And because of the Rona times, you've had to shut down, like a lot of people, any type of events that you have, that your Women in Mud clay nights, your classes that you offer in after school, your camps that you offer. How are you compensating for that revenue stream loss? Uptick in fuck mugs? I mean, what are you doing? Feathers, lots of feathers? Talk to me.
Well, I am starting to put stuff online, which I'll be promoting soon, so people can buy online. I'm also going to start promoting custom work, so people who want stuff custom made, especially, you know, graduates or, you know, things that are happening right now. So you can choose mugs or bowls and we can write something on there for your particular person. I'm also playing around with the idea of a Zoom Wine Women in Mud situation. So yeah. So
would that mean that I would have to get my own mud in my house? And how would I do that?
I will have it here and you will pick it up. Yep. I have a little space in the back of my studio where people who are joining us can pick up mud, clay.
Like a little kit. Oh, that's so fun.
So be looking out for that. That'll be in the next few weeks.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of things kind of coming up. I think the first 3 or 4 weeks, I think I was a little bit in shock and not motivated and just wanted to be in bed. And I feel like, especially today, after getting the news that schools will be closed to the end of the school year. I think like, okay, now I realize this is not a short-term thing and I'm going to make some different business decisions. So
very smart. Yeah. Like we've got all kinds of people in the feed right now that are saying genius idea, perfect, I'm in, smart.
Oh, like, good. Yay.
Yeah. And people, Joanna, honestly, people are really excited to see faces right now. So I believe that like any offering you can have that involves you on a Zoom, doing a tour, talking about whatever best practices, it's an opportunity. The hard trick is going to be monetizing it, but a little kit that I pick up outside of your place with wipies next to it, that's a great idea.
Yeah. And that's what I've done with the kids that I've had in clay clubs, so they can still pick up clay, and maybe I'll start to invite other people. So I'm just going to start to experiment with different things and see. And I feel like, especially during this time, getting your hands in clay, doing something creative is very soothing and therapeutic and grounding. So I'm going to start to make some plans for that, since I know that this is a little bit longer than I had anticipated.
A little bit longer than we all had anticipated, but I'm excited that you're so willing to embrace the challenge. I'm really inspired that I didn't realize that people were in their studios so diligently until Jörg Metzner on his bicycle taking pictures, right?
Oh, that was so great. Yeah.
Ended up taking this beautiful photo of you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. Everybody who can, because some people are locked out of their studios, but everyone who can is in them. So I encourage people who, JoannaKramer.com, obviously people can go to that, but to go look at you working through the windows on Wesley, and even if you're not there, just to go see your product, I think it's super fun.
Yeah, and actually, you know, everyone's out walking. They're 25 miles a day. So I try to keep changing stuff in the window, so at least you can see some different product or just be curious about what's out there. I just unloaded a kiln that I will be glazing, so I have a bunch of new work that will be out in the next week.
Awesome. Okay. And you're going to update your website, JoannaKramer.com. And for other humans who need, they can always like slip you a physical note under the door.
Yeah, or just email me. You know, I'm also happy to take photos of what I have in stock. This is a very, you know, it's just me.
It's
So,
just you. It's a little,
yeah,
and are you not allowing Miss Finlayson to come in? Because it's
she
Rona
comes in.
time?
Actually, my studio mate comes in, and it just so happens that we have complete opposite schedules.
Mm,
So she's here usually Monday through Friday, and I'm here Saturday and Sunday. And sometimes we
nice.
overlap for just a little bit on Monday, but otherwise, yeah, she's here.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Joanna, I'm super grateful that you exist. I'm so happy you're in this
Ah,
neighborhood.
thank you,
Keep,
Lisa. You are awesome for doing this. This is so fun. I've never done a live situation before, and
right?
I
Isn't
love
it
it.
like it's really fun, right?
Yes. And
Yeah.
hi. Oh, there's Jamie, Stumble and Relish. Oh, my favorite store.
My favorite
Oh,
store. Yeah, no, this is fun. And I'm really grateful. And I would encourage you to keep doing this, Joanna, because even on your live stream, promote it, let people see your eyes and let people see what you're up to. It's so nice to see you.
oh,
So
thanks.
we're gonna,
Hi, Heather.
even though it's really nice to see you, we're gonna dump you out of this feed.
Okay, I'm going to continue watching, but thank
Okay,
you
good.
so much. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you. And maybe you'll join us for Wine Women in Mud.
Oh, totally. Oh my gosh, because I'm a woman, there's wine. All I need is mud.
That's all you need.
Perfect.
Yes. All
Oh,
right.
thanks, Joanna
Mwah.
Kramer.
Thank
Mwah.
you. This was so great. Thanks
Yay,
everybody
this
for
was
being here with us. I love seeing the names.
okay. So we just did that, right? Thank you, everybody who's joining. Record number of viewers today. For people who just signed in, we have Ben Blunt behind me. I think you've thought long enough. Think less, do more. I love this. It's such a great print. Okay, so now we're going to jump into a conversation with Shannon Cahill. She runs an organization or business organization, whatever it's called, mastermind project called, oh, you lost me, but I'm back. Sorry about that. Called Art and Object. And she does art consultation for people. And early on, we're talking 5 days, people. We've been analyzing different segments that we could do, one of which is called What's on Your Wall. So I do this one every day in my news desk, but I'm like, oh my gosh, if I do this every day for the rest of my life, I have an art collection, but it's not that massive. So we're going to start party hopping, right? We're going to start going to different locations to see what's on people's walls. Selfishly, I really only want to see Evanston Made member artists. I only want to see Evanston artists. I want to see living artists. I want to see contemporary works, but I'm really these days in these Rona times, I am willing to look at anything on a wall. Also, I'm assuming that all of you can see one another's feed and one another's comments. So when Cara says, great print, Ben sees that in the little feed thing, not just my face. I just want to make sure. That's like a technical question that I'm asking out loud. Okay. So let's jump in, and now we're going to add Shannon Cahill. Oh, good. You can. Hi, Maya. I'm so glad you're here. This is the greatest. What a great Friday. Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
Oh, can you see me?
My readers, because I couldn't see you, but no. Yeah.
Excellent.
Hey, Lisa.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is exciting and fun.
This is exciting and different and fun and a really interesting way to show people what you do. And you do a lot. So what I'd like to just jump into is don't feel the pressure to like show everybody, but like what's on your wall,
Okay.
one or two people,
No,
what do I need to look
actually,
at?
I just picked one. I just
Oh,
picked
good.
one because that's
Cool.
kind of what we talked about. And
Good.
I'm in my kitchen, and you know, I'm a big advocate for art in every room of the house, original art, and the kitchen is you know, the kitchen needs love too. And
Oh, yeah, that's
having my whole
surprising.
family, I'm having my whole family here now. we spend a lot of time in the kitchen.
Oh, right. So why not
gonna
have
flip
art in
this-
the kitchen?
I'm going to flip this quickly because I just want to show you a few small pieces of my Joanna collection
Yay.
that I use every day, and my Julia, my crazy bunnies from Julia, also at WARE Studio. So love them. Thank you guys for continuing to make your art.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm an art consultant, and my my partner Jacqueline should also be on this feed. I think she's watching too. So hey, Jacqueline.
Hi, Jacqueline.
I have been collecting Evanston art for at least 10 years. I am always so overwhelmed by the talent out there, and I just stuff my walls with it, and I love it. But the one I chose today, I'm going to turn it around, is this one.
Oh, nice.
And it's in my kitchen, and I'll show you it's at my coffee bar so that I can see it every day. And I also have my Joanna mug there. And so this piece is by Ross Martens, and I don't know if he's on here now. I hope he's watching, but I don't know if he is. But he is an artist, a photographer, and he's also, excuse me, he's also the co-owner of the Alley Gallery, which is my go-to framing gallery right here in Evanston. It is a magical place. It is tucked away in a little alley by Bookends and Beginnings. And if you've never been there, really, once we can go back, treat yourself. They are doing framing remotely via Zoom. So they're still, you know, trying to get out there and trying to get people's artwork framed. But anyway, so Ross works in miniatures, and I'm just gonna zoom in on this one. And this one is called Boyhood Dreams. And what Ross does is he collects miniatures, he collects found objects, and he collects tiny toys, and he creates these incredible imaginary places that are really sets or dioramas, and then he photographs them. So while this piece is this photograph is about a 12 by 16, the actual diorama that he photographed was this box that was about an 8.
Yeah, he works in
and so.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah. So when you see this little boy with the kite, it's actually, that little boy is, hold on a minute, because
he's tiny. Like, I can squish him, because I know that sometimes in his exhibits he'll actually have like the diorama built out, and you have to look down in it. Yeah.
So you're really like looking into this whole new world. And so it's this juxtaposition between scale and proportion and, you know, humor and irony. And so this guy is really like, in real life, he's like this big. And he creates everything. He creates the trees, he creates the grass, you know, he paints the background so that blue sky with the clouds is a painting. And then he brings it all together, and it's magical, and it's, you know, this piece I placed here because every morning I get to see it, and I know that no matter, you know, what the day brings, you know, there's always hope. And I would call this Hope Springs Eternal, because it just says to me that, you know, no matter what, we'll keep going, you know, against all odds. And one day we'll be out in the sun, we'll be flying kites, and life will, you know, life will go on. So that's why I chose Ross's for this Friday. And as I'm talking, the sun is out and the snow has melted. So it's
awesome. Thank you so much, Shannon. That's such a beautiful, poignant, awesome piece to be looking at. And I think a lot of people on the feed didn't know Well, they knew that Ross was an artist, but maybe they had never seen his work before. And that's such a perfect, hopeful piece. So kudos to you. I think we did this very well. And we're going to lean on art and object and you and Jacqueline to do this again.
I'd love to.
This was fun. Thanks,
It
Shannon.
was fun. Thank you.
Have an
Thanks.
awesome
Bye,
day.
guys. Have a good
Bye.
weekend, everyone.
That's so fun. So what we'll do is we'll put links to Ross's website, Ross Marten's of the Alley Gallery. We'll let you know what Art NEN Object does. Jacqueline and Shannon are doing awesome work placing a lot of Evanston creatives and regional into homes, which this whole entire show is designed to do, connect Evanston creatives with the world. So it's 6:31. I gotta bounce and go eat some pizza. I hope you all are very well. I'm super grateful for you. Thank you for making this first week of the Lisa D Show Live so awesome. Next week, Monday, we're in the studio with Amanda Evanston. Tuesday, we're talking to Annie Coakley of downtown Evanston. Wednesday, we're talking to Ken Crimstein, who's an amazing cartoonist. He even shows work in the New Yorker. We're going to talk to him. Steve Johnson is on Thursday. He helped launch the podcast for the Evanston Public Library. And Friday, we're going back into an art studio with Ellen Green. So thank you so much, Joanna Kramer. This was awesome. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, everybody. Oh my God, I love you all. Have an awesome weekend. Bye.